Ryan, I'm going to show you Duke Nukem Forever.
You mean like you've got a Quake 3 TC here? That's like you've imported all the sprites from Duke Nukem 3D and you're calling it Duke Nukem Forever?
No, I'm going to show you the video game Duke Nukem Forever. It is on store shelves today, tomorrow, this week.
So this is like some sort of like proof of concept, like FMV, like this is something that a student did as like a CG project, right?
This game was developed by professional game developers, and they are selling it in stores for $60. This is an Xbox 360 game right here.
Like an indie game, right?
No,
like
this is as unindependent as it gets. This is Take-Two, 2K published.
You're not making any sense, Jeff. Let's just go ahead and...
It's also available for PlayStation 3 and PC.
Yes. Why don't you just show me whatever it is that you've got here? I guess I'll figure it out as we get into it.
All right. See, it's an Xbox.
Yeah, I mean, this. You guys have done a pretty good job mopping up this Xbox interface.
It has achievements. This isn't like it's an Xbox indie games release. It's.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess let's see what you've got for this campaign.
All right, so I have completed the campaign, so we can just kind of jump around into some levels here.
You finished Duke Nukem Forever. Oh, man.
No, I did. It's.
Oh, dude.
How about we go to the Lady Killer?
That sounds like the name of a Duke Nukem Forever level.
I don't know. Let's go try it. The Duke. No, I'm trying to think.
That also sounds like a Duke Nukem Forever. Whoever came up with these was spot on in making them sound like the levels that you'd put in Duke Nukem Forever. Should that game ever actually ship.
So here's one of my first big problems with Duke Nukem Forever.
Okay.
The load times are horrendous.
Oh, yeah?
And you get load times about as long as this one will end up being every time you die.
And you're installed, right?
This is installed to the Xbox 360 drive.
Yeah.
I haven't tried the PC version yet. I'm looking forward to, well, maybe that's a strong term to use.
You're curious?
I am curious to see if the load times are better in the PC version of the game.
That seems reasonably tempered. So he's got a go-kart, huh?
Yeah, I believe this is going to be one of the levels where you get shrunk down and drive around in an RC car in this case. But yeah, there are multiple spots in the game where you get shrunk down. In a lot of cases, it becomes like platform jumping, which not the
Duke is crouching right now.
Not the sort of thing you necessarily.
Because there is the on-screen
Yeah.
notification that Duke's crouching.
Hey, you! Oh my God, it's Duke!
Here I am walking in the air.
The elevator's about to fall. The brakes were squealing. You can save me, right? I mean, of course you can. You can do anything.
Oh man, this is not a good place to start.
Duke!
Because I screwed this up like 9 times.
Pull it again! Go on, pull it!
Oh.
We're still falling! Pull it again!
3, 2, 1.
Go on, pull it!
Damn it.
Oh, I hope that load time is exactly the same. On this second attempt.
So you got to pull the lever near the bottom. You can kind of see the floors rushing past you as you go there.
Yeah.
This took me about 8 times.
It definitely seemed like you needed to be pulling a little harder there, or a little more constantly.
You pull so hard.
No, I know, but the meter had gone all the way empty. It seemed like you needed to maybe ride that a little more. But
I should have pulled a little earlier.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things where I
yeah.
actually don't need to pull at all until the very end. I think, but I'm unsure.
Because it does seem like you're kind of getting that momentum back up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Hey, you! Oh my God, Duke! I think this elevator's about to fall. The brakes were squealing. You can save me, right? I mean, of course you can. You can do anything.
So what level do you want to see?
Let's
No,
see.
God!
How about we check out the lady killer?
Fuck.
So Jeff, you've finished the campaign for Duke Nukem Forever. How long would you say that took you? What sort of an experience?
It's longer than the average first-person shooter campaign is nowadays.
Sure.
I don't know. I don't have an hour count for you.
Okay.
But that's not necessarily a good thing in this case because it does. This game deals in repetition. Like I said, there are 3 separate sequences where you get shrunk down and do some different stuff in each one. Should I just...
Not even going to give it another shot.
No. All right.
I feel like we've seen plenty of Vegas.
I think we've seen it, but it wasn't part of the demo.
Yeah,
so
I guess that's
think
true.
That's... We go to the Hive. It's where things kind of get off the strip and get under the strip. There are aliens in this game.
Okay.
Aliens are invading
The Earth.
stealing women.
They're stealing all our babes.
Yep.
Because Duke Nukem's the only guy who still says babes.
It's, yeah. I'm trying to figure out, like, in what when this game would have had to have come out to be good. And,
Do you think there?
funny?
Do you think there was a time?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Okay, so this stuff is busted up there.
Advance team my ass.
That guy's not in a good way. So I guess there's kind of a question of, you know, what... Like, we know Duke Nukem Forever is a first-person shooter.
Oh, that was a drop.
Not a place to jump through to.
This TV sucks.
But what is the structure? Like, what do you do in Duke Nukem Forever? Like,
You make your way across levels and shoot guys. Occasionally there are interactive things like like you saw in Duke 3D. Like you'll find a pinball machine that you can play. You'll find an air hockey table that you can play, a pool table that you can play.
right? It's just like
Basketballs you can pick up
structurally.
and-
It's sort of like you go to a place and then a bunch of enemies fill the room, and then you shoot those enemies, and then
kind of move on.
move on.
Yeah. There are significant portions of this game where there's no combat at all.
Mm-hmm.
Or very little, you know, so it's kind of... Turn on the vision here, so maybe I won't run into this problem again, huh? Got some trip mines there.
Advance team my ass.
The game doesn't always do a great job at kind of pointing you in the right direction. That said, I never truly felt like I was lost, unlike right now, which is really bumming me out. Yeah, so if I go that way and right down here, and then there was a gun down there, and he said something, so it's clearly the right way. But where am I going from here? Not down there.
Is that hole right there a hole you can get into?
This thing, where? What?
Top, yeah, walk straight forward.
No.
That?
No.
Okay.
I can see why you would think that, though, because there are, in fact, parts in the game where you do go in holes that look just like that. But for this one, no.
Is this upper ledge here if you keep going straight?
No. Oh, maybe. Yeah, there we go.
Take that, monster spider webs. This is dark.
So that's a puzzle you encounter a few times down here as you got to roll the alien balls into these things that power the door.
Coochie coochie. I thought this was exit only.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
You know, it's not like I'm a high-class dude and am inherently opposed to butthole jokes.
Yeah.
But I guess I still feel like I have certain standards for said butthole jokes.
Yeah, I'm looking for, like, so this game basically, I mean, you know, a lot of it is, it's the humor side of it is that same kind of referential stuff, and, you know, I'm gonna kind of toss around this idea in my head that Duke Nukem kind of comes across as, like, your crazy uncle.
Uh-huh.
Where, you know, when you were a kid and you had the crazy uncle that was like, oh, he's saying the crazy stuff from the movies, and, you know, he's what a nutcase. He's such a funny guy, always smoking his cigars. He's a bit of a weirdo, always talking about women, whatever. And you kind of played it off as like, oh, you know, he's fun. I like that guy. And then you grow up and realize, like, no, wait, he's just a fucking asshole, like, not funny.
There's a reason all
It's
of
like
the other adults
misquoting movies all the time, like.
Yeah.
Doesn't have his shit together. Still's way into babes and cigars. It's like I'm playing. It's like if you cast Jim Belushi in the role of Duke Nukem or something. You know, it's like
Goes back to Japan, you freak.
Why are those alien pods moaning like ladies?
they aren't. The ladies up here are moaning like ladies.
Oh.
This is what they're doing to our women.
I mean, technically, it's what like 3D Realms and Gearbox are doing to our ladies. I don't like this room. Is a lot of the game like this gray? I feel like we're seeing maybe a particularly dark.
Well, I mean, this is, you know, the first time you kind of go underground.
Okay.
They got this awesome innovation. Jump pads. What do you think?
Finally.
At some point, that just reveals when this game was designed. Like, when they concepted it out, like, well, you know, Quake 3's got these, so I guess we should put these in.
This feature is natively supported by the engine that we are currently using, so...
Now this is Unreal.
Well, I mean, it is now.
Yeah, right.
But no, to your point...
Normally he says something as he's doing this.
Maybe even Duke is now ashamed.
Normally he'll let out like a little, oh, he's not even human anymore, I'm doing her a favor.
Duke, what's happening to us?
Here we have Mary and Kate Wholesome, the twins.
Fucked.
Duke, it was our first time fucking with an alien. Duke, we'll get the weight
Depth
off
of field's
in like a
really
week, we swear.
weird in this game.
Yeah.
You little bastard. That queen bitch mother of yours is gonna pay.
Just want to stop the crying.
Sorry, babe. It's better this way.
See, he thinks he's doing the right thing. Isn't that enough?
I don't even know anymore.
Oh my God! The babies are kicking already! Too many.
Here's some alien boobs on this wall here.
Time for an examination, ladies. Got milk?
Jeff, goddammit.
So wrong, yet so right.
Why did I agree to be here for this?
Strange silicone-based life form. Got milk?
I was gonna say, hey, maybe we should mix it up here and see, you know, a more traditional combat scenario, but I kind of don't want to see
Ladies.
anything else of this game ever
So
again.
wrong.
So yeah, I mean, I'm like you. I like it dirty,
Uh huh.
but I have a pretty high standard for the level of when I want my humor dirty. I want it to be like funny and dirty, not just kind of cheap and dumb and dirty.
Well, I want a sophistication
And,
to the dirt. I want.
And this game really lacks that, and that's fine, I guess. I don't know, but it's a mixture of that and then this like weirdly referential, like, you know, Duke Nukem's always been stealing other people's catchphrases, and he still's doing that, and you know, but he's getting them wrong. Now it's I'd buy this for $1. That's not the fucking line. Or
Maybe that's.
I'm from Las Vegas and I say kill 'em all, which is great. And you know, granted the game takes place in Las Vegas a lot, but in that case, I would have just had him say, I'm from Buenos Aires, and I say kill them all.
Yeah. Show me some regular ass combat.
All right. I think we'll find some...
Either show me some regular ass combat or show me crazy ass weapons, because I feel like those are.
Maybe we'll find some of that here. I don't really remember where the fighting is. And so this game... So I don't like the tone of this game for the same reason I don't like the Family Guy. It's really lazy.
Yeah.
Like at one point in the game, like the general's talking to you about it, you gotta go save America, and Duke's response is, America, fuck yeah. Like nothing, like A, that's how many years old now?
Yeah.
B, that was a comedy that you're just kind of taking it from. Like there's nothing clever about it. There's nothing to be said about it. It's more just like
But it's
them saying, "Hey, I remember this thing. Do you remember this thing? That thing was way better than this, right?" Yeah.
Kind of the bottom line is like that's always been Duke.
It kind of has. You're right. But I just feel like it was more focused. Like it was more focused on fewer things. It was more specifically a Bruce Campbell thing.
Sure.
And games were in a very different place. You weren't comparing games to movies then.
Yeah.
So the notion of them doing that, I think, was a little more acceptable. Whereas now it's you know, games are bigger, games matter more, and you can't get away with that stuff really anymore. So that stuff really sticks out.
At least not that directly. It's like, okay,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
You can rip off LA Confidential by making LA Noire, but you're still having to make...
You still have to bring your own stuff to it.
Yeah. You can't just literally have lines from that movie.
Okay, so this is not going to be combat either, but we will...
What's that thing? Whoa!
Now I'm small.
I do appreciate that the voice sample went up. Well, you know, at least the level lord's getting paid.
I don't think he worked on this. I'm not... I can't say that for sure.
No. I'm just saying as far as the feel.
Conceptually, yeah. Now I'm small again, and we do some platform jumping. It's dark in here. And you know, there's some variety to the campaign, which on one hand you want to say like, oh, you know, great, there's some things to do in here, but a lot of it is stuff that has been bred out of modern shooter games for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, you know, first person platforming. Games don't do that anymore because it's kind of bad. And you know, this game has the kind of the obligatory underwater sequence too, which, like, when was the last time? I'm trying to think, like, the last shooter that really had one of those.
I don't, like Half-Life 2, like...
I guess, yeah, I don't know. So it's just a lot of the stuff just feels really out of place, and that's the weird thing about this game is it feels like it's torn between 2 or 3 different times. Like, parts of it were designed years ago, and parts of it were changed closer to release. And
But they've also been, you know, actively developing this game for a long enough time that...
Yeah, that when they made these decisions, maybe they weren't horrible ideas, right?
Or it at least made sense for where, you know, games were at that moment.
Right.
That's some less than great frame rate there.
Yeah, frame rate, this is the 360 version.
Yeah. Can't speak to the other versions
Can't
just
speak
yet.
to the other versions just yet. I'm going to try those out pretty soon here. And
How would you typify the look of this game?
it looks like an old game that someone at the near the end said, how many Unreal Engine shaders can we throw onto this?
I guess I always kind of just expected it...
Another day, another disembowelment.
I expected it to be like brighter and more colorful than what we have seen. I guess, you know, if I actually think back to what Duke Nukem 3D looked like, it had lots of dark, weird, sketchy corners to it. That was kind of its look, but I don't just the character of Duke Nukem seems so garish and cartoonish that I guess I was anticipating the world kind of following suit, but it's a lot of this severe ass lighting and obscure pathing. Gotta get
If I were still small, I could get through there. But where are we going? Damn it.
that way. There a ramp there you're not seeing 'cause it's dark.
Oh, shrunk again.
I like that you're shrunk but still bigger than those guys.
Not by much. I mean, that's the size that they normally are when you're both big too.
So is Duke just giant? Because those guys seem kind of, I don't know.
Duke's a large guy, man.
I guess I expect pig cops to be more imposing than that. Whoa, you opened that cash register.
I did.
Next Generation Gaming. Look, there's a Duke Nukem action figure in your game. Referential. This game's so postmodern.
Well, I am at the Duke Burger.
Really? You have to climb this thing? See, this is one of those things that yeah, feels...
Yeah, like a lot of shooters don't do this either, where there's a lot of stuff that I feel like I'm kind of doing on faith as I made my way through this game. Like, this doesn't necessarily look like the right thing to do, but you kind of have to think old a little bit.
Right, like, you haven't seen a game make you go through some sort of weird traversal kind of pathing stuff like that. Something that I've definitely noticed, even just you playing it here, and what little of Duke I had played, of Duke Forever that I had played previously, is much more kind of non-standard surfaces than I guess most modern first-person shooters would put you on.
Yeah. And I almost don't even want to have the argument of whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like modern shooters are definitely more scripted and more tightly paced, like tightly focused on getting you down a specific path. Where this game is as linear as this game is, the levels do feel at least a slightly more open than the typical shooter. But that's not like I found myself going like, I think this is the right way.
But I mean,
multiple times.
The thing is, like, it's still ultimately funneling you down this narrow path.
Right.
So it's like, does that appearance of width or of some sort of openness really benefit the game? I would just like to say that that hearing Duke say "come get some" in his pitch-raised voice is the funniest thing I've seen in this game so far.
Huh. All right.
That's
extra sauce coming up.
It's as good as you've got so far, Duke, as far as I'm concerned.
So, like, look at this jump over there. This doesn't necessarily seem like the right move in a way, but it totally is. And there are a handful of just like leaps of faith like that where you're like, I'm not sure that this is the way I'm supposed to be going, but it's all I got, so...
I can't figure out any other ways to go, so...
Alright, this is another long, drawn-out platforming sequence where I basically jump around this entire room to get to this power switch over here.
But avoid the lava!
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not going to do it because it's...
Because you did it once.
I did it once and I don't want to ever do it again.
Yeah. What do you make of this damn game, Jeff? Like now that you've played it, do you feel like that has at least given you some insight into the process, into like what happened?
Not really.
What took this so long?
No, but this game definitely looks like it took a long time or had a lot of different people touch it. Like, it's very disjointed. Mm-hmm. It's really all over the place. Like, it's generally low in quality across the board. And it's like, I think that it's but at the same time, I'm glad that I played it. Mm-hmm. I'm glad that I played through it. I'm glad that I know.
Yeah.
Because of the years
right
of work that have gone into producing something called Duke Nukem Forever, and the hundreds of people that have spent time on this project at one time or another. It's it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And you know, I think with all that in mind, there's really no way that this game could ever live up to those expectations, and I think it's ridiculous to expect
Duke, good to fucking see you.
that to
I
happen.
knew that retirement bullshit was just bullshit. Fuck that retirement shit. I just got back from helping my friend find his wife. Christ, what a fucking pussy. Graves wants me to help you jack these motherfuckers up, just like old fucking times. Can't wait to pound them in the cornhole. Hooah!
I don't even know.
Duke, we've got your green power armor over here and ready to go.
Power armor is for pussies.
Well, okay. You want a gun instead?
I feel like everyone in the world should react to Duke like that guy. Like,
All right.
I
Pumping your own gas is for pussies. Oh, okay. All right.
Unsweetened iced tea is for pussies.
what? I don't even.
All right. Fine. Yeah.
I'll go get you some sugar then, Duke.
Let's hurry the fuck up!
Filing your taxes yourself is for pussies.
I feel like that's almost the game I would rather that they made is the weird, like, self-aware Duke Nukem game where it's just like people reacting like with a certain amount of sadness to the way Duke behaves. Just like
pity. Like,
yeah, just like, all right, man, fine, yeah, that's cool. We can do that. And at the end, he hangs himself.
like I would have been satisfied if this game played exactly the way it does and just ended on like a pullback on just like, yeah, this was all just in Duke's mind.
Right, and he's in a coma somewhere. You know, he owns his own construction business now, but this is what he thinks about.
Or it's a pullback to Duke playing the game, but it's like sad.
This does the Duke pullback to playing the game after the very first level.
But I mean, like the actual pullback, and it's just like sad, fat old Duke, just
Yeah.
like, oh,
I'm so alone.
how things used to be.
No one will talk to me. Gotta go find some babes.
Yeah, it's ass kicking time.
I've alienated all of my loved ones. No one's looked at my OkCupid profile for months.
Gotta get down to Margaritaville for ladies' night.
Looks clear. Area clear.
It makes that noise every time you clear an encounter.
That's how you know it's over.
Yep.
It's all it's all guitar.
Even the running animation, like, look at how fast he moves. Like, Duke Nukem shouldn't be a runner. Also, he's panting immediately.
He's clearly not. How do the weapons feel? Like, is there anything interesting or fun there?
Well, you do get a freeze ray at one point. Oh, God. You get a shrink ray at a couple of points. Like, they're kind of just thrown in there, minor. You know, you get the RPG, which is the only weapon, or one of the only weapons that can damage bosses. The Devastator's in there, which is that double-barreled thing.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. Like, there were some cool weapons in Duke 3D. Like, that was aside from its kind of, you know, juvenile tone and cursiness, which I appreciated at the time.
Yeah, I mean the trip mines and pipe bombs are in this.
Okay, yeah.
You know, those were more multiplayer weapons for me back in the day than they were single player. So
Sure.
they're not that great here. You know, they're effective in some spots, but let's load this up for a little bit, then we'll check out the multiplayer. But yeah, you know, it's not a great looking game. It looks like an old game that someone tried to slap effects on top of and maybe just kind of polish up some of the rough edges near the end to try to make it look somewhat recent. I don't know.
There's only so much you can do.
Yeah. But hey, you know what? It didn't crash once while I was playing it.
You're underwater.
I am. I'm not sure where I'm going.
Puzzle solving.
Yeah.
You don't want to go down there.
Woo!
Good one, Duke. I feel like all I'm seeing in this game visually is like very raw, harsh lighting picking up whatever shiny, glossy edges they've slapped onto the surfaces.
Yeah.
Like you can't actually see the thing. All you can see are the effects layered on the thing.
Right.
Like it's kind of hard to make out like any texture detail because it's just like that door. Like you step back from that door, like more than the door itself, it's the hard light hitting like whatever normal mapping effect they're putting on it, and then just kind of the outline of the shape. It's just nothing pops, nothing. I could see this being just like an insanely frustrating game to play because kind of, key it seems like it would be real easy for key puzzle or just like pathing cues to just get completely lost.
I didn't get lost too much. I think that's, like there were definitely parts where I felt like I was guessing about where to go next, and a lot of those guesses turned out to be right. Not sure if that means it's well designed or I'm good at games with poor design, but I guess I don't know. Totally draw on this whiteboard though.
Yeah. It's a very avant-garde penis you've drawn.
You like it?
Yeah. Now shoot it. No bullet holes in the whiteboard. The fuck are you doing with your time, George Broussard? Throw those cigarettes.
Oh, yeah.
You don't need that.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
The idea of a grown man like chuckling at like not even naked women. It's really
depressing.
Yeah, it really is.
Oh, there's a copy of Duke Nukem by the monitor.
And like that was a whole level. Now it has to load again. You know, the areas sometimes seem like they're chopped up into really small, inconsequential chunks. And when your load times are this long, that it really sticks out even further. The boss fights all end with like a kind of a quick time event sort of deal where you got to run up to them and hit a button to climb on them and then rip off a part of them and just stab them with their own parts.
A ball.
Yeah.
Gotta rip off that guy's nards.
Yeah, something like that. But you know, the thing that always stood out to me about Duke Nukem 3D, the thing that kind of kept me coming back to it, aside from the very first level of the game, which was so great, was the multiplayer. And this game has multiplayer. That's the end of that thought.
So confirmed, Duke Nukem Forever features multiplayer.
8 players. Which is more than you could have in Duke Nukem 3D, so that's a success, I guess.
That was 4 players, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Double the players.
Was it 4 or 6? I just want to say it was 6. But... So we captured the babe, hail to the king, deathmatch, team deathmatch. Let's just see if we can get into a deathmatch map
You
here.
mean Duke match?
I wonder if it actually says Duke match in the menu. We should check.
I know it's in all the menus so far. I mean, it's just been standard like Xbox Live nomenclature for that stuff, but we didn't actually get into any menu options for modes of play. Is this the frickin' Hollywood? Did they recreate?
Maybe, I don't know.
Hollywood?
I haven't seen all the levels yet. Maybe this is. That'll be interesting to see.
That could be promising or extremely tragic.
Yeah.
Yeah, Duke match.
Looks like a rooftop to me.
Yep.
So you gain experience points as you, oh god. Oh, I can't urinate in multiplayer.
No, you gotta hold it.
Gotta hold it till I get back to single player.
Working light switches.
How come I can't, like, use these? Maybe you don't need to. Maybe just good enough to just look at them or something.
4, 3, 2, 1. You lose.
Yeah, that was a grimy ass
Recreation.
recreation of the Hollywood level from Duke Nukem 3D.
Yeah.
Accurate. It looks terrible.
Yeah, it didn't look
It
so
looks
great.
super bad. It looks
Yeah.
like very ugly. This whole game looks. I mean, that's the thing. Is this whole game just looks just ugly. Like not even like you can't even like write it off as just being like simple or old school. It's just
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a thing. Like I know, like some people
oh,
have said, like
the tech
oh,
is old.
like some people are bitching about the notion that it has like the Halo style recharging shield and the 2-weapon limit. Mm-hmm. Like there's so many larger things wrong with this game that if you have to get all the way down to that level to find something that is a deal breaker for you, you have no standards. And it's I didn't have fun playing this game.
yeah.
I did not enjoy my time with Duke Nukem Forever at all.
I believe that.
But like I said, I'm happy that I played it. I'm glad that I know firsthand.
Red Babe captured.
That's racist. So this is the game's CTF mode, but it is a babe instead of a flag. Duke likes babes.
Oh, really?
Duke loves
What?
babes.
When does the game address that? Because
It's canonical.
I was unaware. Oh man, what an ugly piece of shit this is. Just like aggressively.
Ew, is that your... Ooh, I think I... Is this where you take
Blue
all the
Babe
ladies?
captured.
Well,
I'm not even
something
really
happened.
sure. Okay, I'm on red. Okay.
Did you get shrunk?
Yeah.
Somebody help me! He's right here, and he's gonna touch me!
Kung Fu kill.
How am I gonna explain that handprint?
It feels like it almost feels like it's ignoring a decade of game development.
Blue Babe captured.
You know what I mean? Like what if Sin and Heretic and that stuff, what if those were the last first-person shooters and then no one made any for a really long time and then this game came along?
Men together in competition.
You know?
Right, it's in like, hey guys, first-person shooters are back. Remember first-person shooters from when you were a kid? We haven't had those around in a decade.
Right, like that there's been no advancements at all in how multiplayer is built or how campaigns are structured.
I feel like it speaks volumes that we have to fabricate these elaborate what-if scenarios to make sense of this game's very existence.
Help me!
Here we have the railgun, which is the kind of sniper weapon there. Ugh.
I feel like they just forgot to put in half of the light sources in this game.
Yeah, maybe,
Like,
dude.
Like it's not even like it's being lit to be dramatic. It's just like this area is just dark. This area just doesn't have
Humiliation.
light. And I mean, I guess, you know, not to say that that's the point that defines or, you know, is the make or break thing,
Yeah.
but it's just it's the kind of things that you're left to think about when presented with this game.
Stomp kill.
Yeah. You want to?
I don't want to watch you play Duke Nukem Forever anymore, Jeff.
I was hoping you would say that.
I'm glad that you played Duke Nukem Forever. I don't want to play Duke Nukem Forever now.
As you gain levels, you unlock things for your penthouse.
You mean my digs? Drink beer to make yourself tougher. That's just George Broussard life advice.
Yeah.
That's not apropos of the game. Take steroids. That's what George Broussard says.
That I don't know that I agree with. Stay away from pregnators.
Yeah, you know, stay away from ladies and cops.
No, the pregnators are the little spidery things that shoot white goo at you. Get it? Hey man, you get it?
They're like penises.
You get it, man? No, they're not even penis shaped.
Bonjour, la hot stuff.
I have baked some dessert for you, Monsieur Duke. Would you like some wine or champagne? Or would you like to go straight to the tart?
And you unlock awesome pictures like this one. Which, if they just issued a series of prints of lithographs of this stuff,
Yeah.
I think I would be more satisfied with it than this game. It was just like Duke Nukem Cage Fighter. Like, yep, all right.
I just like the emotionless look on his face. Just nothing doing. There, at least he's grimacing a little bit.
I say I haven't unlocked all of them. You know, you gotta. Duke's playing poker. So that's
That's Duke Nukem Forever.
That's Duke Nukem Forever. They put it out, and for that they are to be lauded. But man, this game is dumb.
Yeah.
And boring. Oh man, it is so boring. And yeah,
And
certificate of participation plus. Congratulations, guys! You've shipped this product and closed the book on our long national nightmare. Maybe next time we'll get a decent game out of it, but at this point, I don't know that I'm unconvinced that there's a way to make a modern Duke Nukem game that is not totally stupid, or gets completely away from what the original concept of the game was. You know,
the silver lining here, Jeff, is that after this, we no longer have to talk or think about Duke Nukem Forever ever again.
I still have to play the PC and the PS3 version before I can finish that review.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. We're close though.
So fuck you.
Duke Nukem Forever in stores now.